And finally for another live stream. I'm sorry guys, I've been out forever. You know, I got hit by the flu. That was awful. Kept me out for 2 weeks. Then I was swamped in makeup work and makeup tests. Then we had winter break, and I actually went to DC for that week. And then finally, we're going in the wrong direction. Then I'm back at school. Still not doing great with work. Still some stuff that I need to not get caught up on. I'm caught up in everything, but you know, it's getting down to this final few weeks. School is almost out for the year. So I am gonna try to put my best leg forward for that. School's something that if I honestly try, I can do well at. Just sometimes I don't get forth 100%, and so when my grades get lower, that's when I start really making sure I'm giving 100%. So, my grades aren't terrible. Let me just say that. I got mostly A's and B's, so grade-wise, I'm doing decent. Granted, I normally, at least in previous years, have gotten all A's in most of my classes, so you know, it's a little undesired, the grade that I have. So got some stuff coming up. Just turned in a lab write-up for science, and that's going to count as a test. Plus I have I think I have like an invertebrate test tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Sunday. But an invertebrate test Monday. So hopefully I can do good. And here's the thing. With what I'm in, it's mostly, if not all, short answer. So that's kind of what I'm nervous about. The fact that it's just all short answer. Then I also have a history test Monday, but I do really well in history. So I'm not too worried about history. So let's take a trip back memory lane to the weeks after the weekend or two that I was first not recording. So I was sick with the flu. It was awful. I was down for 2 weeks of school. That I didn't mind. I mostly slept, so nothing much happened besides me not feeling well. And also that the doctor's note and the school said that if you have the flu, it doesn't count against you for days that you missed. So I missed like 2 weeks of school, which is equivalent to 6 days of classes missed at my school. So yeah. So not having to go to school for 6 days was pretty good. 6 days and I can still exempt. That was great. So then the weeks that I got back from school in between that and winter break, they were tough and stressful. Did I just get a headshot? No, I killed the horse, but did I get the headshot? But so, yeah, the weeks I got back were not so good. I missed like 20 chapters in the Count of Monte Cristo. I'm glad I'm done with that book. Ooh, what's this? Oh, head. Then yeah, kind of Monte Cristo, like a few chapters and other stuff. Not fun all around. So yeah. Then I went to DC for a week for my break, and we went there because my sister and I went there because my grandmother offered us to go because she had like a conference or something. I don't know exactly what she does, but I know that it was some form of conference that she had to attend to. So yeah, so she only really had to go one day, so the other 2 days we were still in DC, and we went to a lot of museums and stuff like that. It was really fun. Like, one of my favorites was the Spy Museum and the Natural History Museum were some of my top favorites. And the day that my grandmother did have the conference, my sister and I just did DC by ourselves, and I think that was our favorite day. Both of our favorite days, because it's kind of just an adventure of her and I, and we had fun together. Then previous weeks after that, just school, trying to get my work done well, that kind of stuff. Waited pretty much to the last minute for my lab write-up for science. We were going over Darwin's finches. There was a lab where we pretended to be birds and used different forms of beaks meaning in parentheses, or not, quotation marks. So by beaks, like tweezers, scissors, spoons, toothpicks, that kind of stuff, to try and pick up as much food. So like, basically it was simulated. I didn't. Like, some of them I think you could have done better in some categories if it was the actual substance that it was mocking. So, like, if it was an actual snail, I think you could have had an easier time picking it up with a spoon, that kind of stuff. And then, let's see, my sister's birthday was this week. Her birthday was on Pi Day. Her and my grandfather's birthday, so I know it's late, but happy birthday to you too. I hope to see you both soon. Well, my sister, I already see you, but my grandfather, I hope I see you soon. If you even watch this, which you probably won't. But still, yeah. Then today I had an archery. Oh wait, that's right. Like last week, I had the biggest archery tournament in our season. That was state. It was a 4-hour drive for us. There and back, or separately. One way was 4 hours. So my father and I didn't get back until like 10 o'clock at night. So that was fun. It honestly was. The driving? No. I didn't drive though. I'm going to actually have to take driving classes in April. A few weekends in April, so April or May. So am I looking forward to that? No. No, I'm not. But so yeah. At state tournament, okay, so they got my scores wrong. I'm pretty sure, because it says I got, what they have is they have that I got a 141, which, if you guys don't know, in archery, at least school archery, not Olympics. Olympics you shoot way more from further distance. I think Olympics it is 72 arrows in total with, and you're 35 meters away, or sorry, like 70 meters away. So yeah, that's a whole lot more score than just like school archery goes to. School archery, there are, you shoot 30 arrows, so max score is 300. That is perfect score. You get 10 for every single shot. So, yeah. Flame trooper. Where's flame trooper? I need flame trooper. I don't see flame trooper. So yeah, what their scores claimed I got was 141, which for me, my average is roughly 200 through 210. Like, has been my consistent range. Like, literally, from practices to tournaments, I've gotten for most of the season in that range. So, consistent scores. Great scores, a little over 60% of the way there, so not terrible, but, you know, it was a 20% increase. Not percent, but my score has increased by 20 since last year, so, you know, that's good. So, I hope I didn't get all 5, so that wouldn't affect my score. I did miss a whole score. I got a 0, and I actually shot the wood base, the wooden base of the target. That was hilarious. And then I got a 1 and a 2, but I did get some 9s from 15, which is pretty good. If you can get 9s and 10s from backline, 15 meters, if you can get that consistently, your scores will do good. Most people, when you go to the backline, your scores die. You get lower scores than you normally get, like 50s, or not 50, but like 5s or less. Sometimes you miss. Just because you're further away from the target, there's more time for your arrows to truly fishtail, which is when the end of the arrow goes a complete different direction, and it literally messes your score up so much. So yeah, that not fun with fish shells, but that's normally you're either shooting too weak, you don't have a steady arm, or you need to work on your release of the arrow. So those are things that you just kind of have to learn to pick up on. It takes time to truly know exactly what you're supposed to be doing and how to do it good. Like last year I was getting 180s, now I'm getting like 200, so just over the summer without even shooting, I improved. So, you know, just minute details and practice, practice, practice. It's said so many times that practice makes perfect, and it's true. So, for like a few days, my grandmother was at our house. She just left today, so I'm bummed that she left. It was fun while she was here. But she came in Thursday. We went to go celebrate my sister's birthday, which we celebrated my sister's birthday 3 times. Once with my mom, once with my dad, and then once with my grandma, so that was fun. So, yeah. We went out to eat. It was really fun. She did leave today. She left after lunch. And she came because I had an archery tournament. And she came down to see that. It was the first one she saw this year. She came to one last year, and so she came to one again this year. And I'm glad to have her here. So I am bummed about one thing with today's tournament. So today's tournament, I got a 101. Okay score. basically 66% of the max. So could it be better? Absolutely. But it's what I got. So I thought I did really good. I didn't miss any from the back line. Just weak scores, I guess. But so here's the thing. When it came time to the reward ceremony and got to high school guys, my coach said, Walker, someone I live stream with, which he actually might get Timefall 2 soon, and if he does, then that'll push up my agenda to get a new internal hard drive or new internal storage for my PS4, which there are some places I've looked at, and so that's, if he gets that, that'll definitely speed up my process for it. And so coach said him first. He got first place. Then he said another one of my friends, a really good friend, like probably one of my better friends, one of the best friends I'm with. And so he got second place. Then finally, the day I've been waiting for, he said my name. I got third place. And then that's when it happened. After that, I helped clean up some, and we were really cleaning up when the last two archers were shooting, so most of the stuff was already cleaned up. It's just a giant net that protects the back wall that was there, and so I was trying to help, and my sister did say, like, come on, let's leave, but I thought that she just wanted to hurry out to get lunch. But apparently she knew that I was actually going to get demoted in my score. Yeah, it was really sad because my friend who was in first place got bumped back to second place, which bumped back my friend from second place to third, which completely kicked me off the scoreboard. So, am I really pumped about that? Yes, because it was the first time ever getting it. Last tournament of this season, and with our archery team, what we do is, throughout this season, we get this point system. We have this point system, so from things like beating our high score. So if I shot over 223, which is my high score, if I shot over it, I would get a point. If I placed, I would get a point. So that kind of stuff. And if I placed in a tournament, you get a point. If you be a coach in a game, you get a point. If you win a game, you get a point. So yeah, so that was my last chance to get a point in our season. And Mondays are banquet, so that's when we catch in our points. The more points you have, the bigger things you can get. Like, you have X amount of points, you can get a gift card. If you only have a few points, then you can only get, like, a candy bar, which isn't too bad. So at the last practice, I did get 2 points. Because we took down the range early, after we finished shooting, and instead of an archery game, we played pickleball. By the way, first time playing pickleball. Awesome, love that game. And so I was put up with another person on my team, and we won. And the coach was not on our team, so that means not only did we get a point for winning, we got a second point for being coach. So that was pretty awesome. And you know what me not getting the medals any medals this year or last year means? And next year, when I finally place, it'll be a greater feeling. especially if I don't get kicked off the leaderboards this time. So yeah, that's kind of been my few weeks I've been out. Let's see, in next week, my school is having this impact trip, or multiple impact trips, where we kind of just go like do different projects kind of around. Like there are some bigger trips where you actually have to travel further away. I'm doing a local trip with like a humane society, so one day we're actually going to be helping out, and then the rest of the days we are going to actually like do fun stuff, like zip lining, not well, skydiving. We're going like ride in like NASCAR cars. We're gonna hike a day, like lots of fun stuff. And then like Wednesday, I think, is our service day, and that's when we go to the Humane Society, and we'll help out for the day. So I'm looking forward to that. And since I'm also not, since we're not, it's not a spend the night trip like I went on last year, that means starting like Wednesday night onwards, I can live stream. There's some stuff that I would like to try to do. If I can get an HDMI to DVI, then I can start streaming basically every weekend, because right now there's a policy in place where I'm not allowed to bring my PlayStation to enforced places. Like if I go for a weekend to my grandparents' house, I might not be able to bring my PlayStation. So I hope I can either A, get the rules lessened up, or B, my dad just forgets. And either that or he'll just allow me. So let's open this guy up while we're waiting. And common. Wait. Superior, right? No, legendary. Nice. I don't have that SMG. And let's open up this guy. Let's see what we'll get. Just a standard one. Okay. Meh. And then let's open up the final battle pack while we're waiting. But so yeah, that's kind of what's coming up for me. And then the week after that is my school's spring break, and I'm going with my mom down. We're taking a trip with my sister and I. We're taking a trip with our mom, and we're going to Panama City, I think. I think that's where we're going. I haven't heard much details about it, so... Well, I've heard some, but not a huge amount. Let me just check what I have to do for this week. So... get 10 more kills, I think. So... yeah, so I probably won't be able to live stream then. I might be able to bring my Mac and, like, record some videos, possibly. I'll probably try to get some pre-recorded videos up and running. So if I do, you'll get some stock content. But there is some content that I want to try to produce. Switch content. But, here's the thing. I can't do it on my Dell because that is just so laggy. I possibly could, but I don't think I want to. Looking for better damage right now. So yeah. So that's why I need an HDMI to DVI. That is a conversion for Mac. So if I can get that, then I can start doing some of that content and live streaming and do that kind of stuff. I think that would be cool. A little different content, but you know, variety is always good. This is I don't know if this is a flamethrower map or not. If so, that's a flame box. So yeah, next week I am probably gonna be, or this week I'm gonna be a little busy, so Wednesday night I could possibly live stream. Don't count on it though. My live streams are just varied. So yeah. The next time I'm done, I'm probably just gonna swap over to an assault. So yeah. Okay, I'm switching to assault. I'm not sure if I like these apocalypse maps. Just gonna start them back. I have a decent setup. Any better? No. I did change the last minute. So my combo is exactly the same. I think. Yeah, it looks the same. Are there any games that I'm really looking forward to? I don't know. Something that I want to try to do is do more collaborations with Walker. So if he gets Timefall 2, you know we're going to be live streaming that for sure. I'll have to get back in the routine. Going to try to get him to get Warframe. So that was actually a possibility for tonight's live stream. I just decided to play this. I don't know what those specific stats are, so I'm just gonna clip them because they look good. Couldn't see him. So then after spring break, it's just a few more weeks, and then summer vacation. So all I have to do is make it to then. I need to hunker down and keep my grades up. I need to start holding my grades still and improving them. So if after spring break you don't see me some weekends, just know that I'm probably buckling down. Because something that I don't want to happen is that I want to try to keep my grades good. Because if I don't have good grades, then that can actually mean that I lose like my PlayStation. That's actually what happened in the past before. Like 2 years ago, around Thanksgiving, I lost the privilege of being on of having the PlayStation. So, you know, if that's not like saying you need to make sure you do good in school, then what is almost, you know? let's see. I want to go here, so we have to get repair, destroy tanks, and mortar. Or just 2 of those. 2 more of those. So yeah. I just really want it to be summer. And actually, just like, I just want to be out of school. Oh, this is a tank map, got it. Okay, I'm gonna have to equip high explosives and mortars. So, let's see, customize. Let's take this guy. Wait. Customize. No. Customize. Here we go. Gadget 2, high explosives. Improvised grenade, what? Looks exactly the same. But what? Okay, let's actually try mortar strike. I think that sounds like a good idea, don't you guys? Mortar strike. Also, if you hear stuff from that's not coming from me, just know that that is wait, which is effective against infantry. That is because my sister and father are watching a movie. I didn't really want to watch it. It's like an old space movie. So, yeah. I didn't really want to watch it. Wait, can I not change this guy? Oh, wait, no. There we go. So yeah. I try to get them to like watch Thor Ragnarok. But he just, my father ordered those old space movies. In previous years, he like used to watch a movie before he went to sleep every night, kind of. So, just kind of got more movies. So, even though I basically have the amount to rent it on PlayStation. On guys, give me some pings. Over here? Let's just assume here. No, nothing. So yeah. What I want to try to do again sometime is Dead by Daylight. Because they did add 2 new killers, Leatherface and the Pig. Later versions of the Saw movie. So that's the Pig. It's actually not Saw, not Jigsaw from the Saw and Jigsaw, I think. Not the other Saw. I think. I don't know. But yeah, I do have Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, and I really want to use them. Because those guys are good. Especially Freddy Krueger. But yeah. So stuff is, to be honest guys, I'm a little bit worried about school for the next like few weeks. There's gonna be multiple tests and quizzes, and I'm just really nervous. Just kind of thinking about it, I'm kind of stressed out even just for Monday. With the science test and the history test. History was kind of starting to go over the age of exploration. So. Yeah. A little bit nervous about that. I think I should do good. I listened well in class. I took some pretty good notes. Just need to look them over. Study. Another thing that I'm nervous about. Not really, but another thing that we're doing at school is the Screw Tape Letters by C.S. Lewis. I mean, the concept. Pretty interesting. Very demonic concept. Uncle Screwtape, aka Satan. Yeah. And how his goal is to take people, his patients, as he calls them, and convert them, or make them not believe in God. And if your patient does just so happen to become a believer, how to make them a less effective believer, kind of thing. I think this is what what the like intro of it, the book said, preface. So you know, interesting concept, terrifying, but slightly interesting. So yeah. Am I looking forward to reading that book? No. 1, it's a book. 2, I have to read it. And 3, we'll have tests on it and like questions, like responses to it that go. I think she said it would be a little bit more personal questions, not just like, oh, and so in letter 2, what did Screwtape suggest to something warm? I forget his name. So yeah. Now it's gonna be like, in your opinion, blah blah blah. Let's just say what I don't do well in. In your opinion, explain this. Using your knowledge. Explain this. So, yeah, not looking forward to it. So close. Nope. Hit. This hit, not a knockout. See, right now I kind of want to go to another game, but here's the thing. I can't. Because if I do, I have to shut down the live stream. I don't really want to do that. Maybe I can quit out of this like mode and go to like a full variety of maps and not just the new apocalypse maps. Like, I mean, they're pretty good. I just don't like them. But you know, they're pretty good. I'm gonna assume someone's over here. Nope. Let me move over here.
Nous avons pris l'objectif Anatole.
Capturez ce foutu objectif.
But so, yeah. what would you guys like to see coming up on my channel? I've been working, I've kind of been working on, you could call it like a little project, almost. And by project, I mean the Hitman series. The one problem I'm having is you can't just change the dialogue. If you want to make it where it's a more like family-friendly game-ish, you literally have to change the entire language. Everything, even text. And that, my friends, I do not want to do. Cause sure, I could put in like, let's just say that Russian is a language that you can do. Sure, I can put it in Russian. Will I be able to understand what they're saying? No. Can I assume and guess what they're saying? Sure, I could. But see, here's the thing. It's not really Agent 47 that's saying any like harsh language. It's just the AI civilians and all the AI characters. So, Flame Trooper, where? So yeah, there's no real easy fix to it. The easiest fix is like I explained, and change the entire language. I don't really want to do that. And also, another thing is, guys, sure, you can get Hitman for free, but that does not include the DLC. So, all you have is just the first mission, the testing area, so that you can get equipped and know how to play. It doesn't actually give you, like, Paris or any of those levels. None. So luckily, right now, it is, PlayStation has, the Great Indoors sales going out right now, so it lasts until, like, next weekend, I think. Yeah, it lasts until the 27th, so, and that brings, like, I think 60% off is the highest, but brings Hitman from being, I'm blanking right now, from being what it is, $60 to only like $23. I have 25, or no, I don't have 25. I have 5. So if I was going to do it, I would need some $20 into it. And also, here's the thing: when I was at DC, let's just say I didn't really ask my parents if they could give me like some souvenir money. And so all that I bought was from my own wallet, except for $20. That I kind of just used from my grandma. I forget why we were given $20, but I used that to get a mug. So during that trip, I got a mug from the Capitol, or from, yeah, the state Capitol building. I got a t-shirt from Air and Space Museum, and at the Museum of Natural History, especially in the geology part of it, I got a little rock bonsai tree and a rock sphere. That is exactly what I got. No joke. Is that a person over here? That person? Dead or alive? Looks to be dead. So yeah. Hopefully I can get my parents to give me some more cash. Or I kind of have almost like makeup money, almost, if you could call it that. But so I would basically need 60 bucks from them. I don't think that is really gonna happen. You know, it could happen, but I don't think so. So yeah. So, I do have to say, that little rock bonsai tree was worth it. The mug was worth it. The shirt, it was a shirt and hat combo, not just a shirt. Yeah, 20 bucks for just the shirt. That's a little bit much. But for a shirt and a hat, I can see how they could increase the price some. Also guys, someone that I noticed the other day on my YouTube channel, it doesn't appear to, like, if you're, it's really only my side of YouTube that I can see it. But when I go to like my channel page, almost, there's a little check mark and it says like verified. It's not like a blue check mark, but it does say verified. So, but when I go on to like, to just searching on my computer not signed into account, it doesn't give me like a blue check mark that says verified. So, and I think I am eligible for monetization. I'll have to read up on it and see exactly what I have to do. And exactly like all the exact policies and stuff. But you know, I can be monetized. And then that means I can start getting some, basically essentially a paycheck for creating videos. And you know what? That is something I would want to do. Because for not having any source of money myself, like not having a job or anything, it is pretty, just getting monetized, even if it's a few cents, it's still worth it, I would say. I wonder if I could hook up this and have that snare here and have unlimited ammo. Okay, so I would have to be shooting roughly here. This gives this guy on the dock some cover. That was way closer than I thought. Also, it says that there are guys behind us. Whee! Here we go, give us some little cover and fire from here. Sorry about my throat. I've been, I think like Monday, at school I was exhibiting cold symptoms. Like I was really not feeling well Monday. Like my head hurt, my neck hurt. It was not good. I do actually think I did have a fever that day, so Oh, not good. Not good at all. No, I did get better, so I still have like drainage problems. With like my nose being stopped up all the time, kind of thing. So yeah.
Nous avons
Fun.
pris l'objectif Anatole.
Das Ziel dort erobern.
Nous avons
Yeah.
perdu l'objectif Berthe.
So still got some residual drainage. So yeah. Can you get in this? Oh, but you can climb up it. Can you climb up any further?
Nous avons pris l'objectif Célestin.
Can I place this up here? Anywhere? No, no, no. Got it.
Nous avons perdu l'objectif
Nice.
Anatole.
Rank 5. I'm expecting contact any moment now. Where's F? F is across from us. I'll say attack F after we're done capping this place.
Das Ziel dort erobern.
So yeah. Something that I would want to try soon, guys, is maybe an airsoft video on my channel. I think that would be pretty fun. Though, the thing is, I no longer have literally an airsoft arena where I could, like, less than a mile from my house. No longer have that. It shut down. Now it's a Must Ministries, I think. Or some kind of building like that.
Hier, Munition.
Let's give us some covering fire as well. Let's at least try to make it up to the train, and can we shoot one more? No. Let it bellow. There we go, bellowing. Even though right now I don't need it to bellow. There's no enemy sniper fire, but you know, c'est la vie. Oh, something that I did forget to mention, guys. I went to my school's late night event, which basically, so it used to be a lock-in,
Nous sommes en train de perdre l'objectif
but
désiré.
the problem is, you got teens at school or after midnight. They're tired and they don't want any more human activity. So instead of keeping up everyone to like 6 in the morning, they decided to make it a late night. So meaning it's only to like 10 o'clock at night it was. But guys, it was so much fun. Walker was there, one of my best friends, and he and I were some of the first people to join and kind of be. We were playing no light sharks and minnows, and so that was so much fun, guys. I was one of the first like 5 sharks, I think. And here's my strategy. Well, besides for no strategy at all. In the first round, when there were many minnows versus 5 sharks, what I did
Perdu l'objectif B.
was I actually ran fast enough that I broke the minnow lines. And by that, I mean I got past the minnows before they even crossed like half court. And so I just started tagging them out left and right without them really even knowing where I was. Because the minnows all had glow sticks, the sharks didn't. That was awesome. And so
Wir müssen das Ziel um jeden Preis halten.
I just kind of ran behind them. They didn't really know what was happening. It was awesome. And it actually made me think of a game that I would actually want to play. Except I don't have a good enough gaming computer. And that is called Depth. And basically, essentially, it's sharks and minnows, except instead of minnows, it's treasure hunters kind of. Diver treasure hunters, and so they actually can fight back. So yeah. Fighting back sharks and minnows. Each team has 30 lives in reserve. There are 2 sharks versus 4 minnows, essentially. Though, the sharks are way overpowered. Yeah, it just made me think of that game. It's like, if I had a good enough PC, I could start making those kinds of videos, and I think you guys would like them. And I honestly do think you would like some more videos. And I'm going to try to make that adjustment to increasing my video production. It will be a little tough for me to create a backlog. Because really, right now, oops, drop my controller. Right now, it is, I have school, then I have the weekend where I have more school work to get done, and then finally, I have to go back to school. Oh, I swapped over to a sniper. Bummer.
Wir müssen das Ziel erobern.
So yeah, right now my weekends are booked to capacity with school. Also, that's not going to get any easier next year, because apparently next year, junior year, is the hardest at my school. I am not looking forward to it. Wait, where can we spawn now? Glitch. Nope, that didn't fix it. This is hilarious. And see, there's no extra point. Wait, can I force it to stay in place? See, there's no points opening up. It's just that we lost a lot of lives and no one could respawn. Yeah, I think the person who left might have had the problem too. Look, there's no respawn points. Also, look at it. I'm under the... Welp. We got a glitch. Okay, I don't want to do these maps anymore. That map I did like. A little bit more open range. Now if only I can get a map with verticality. I do like me some height advantage. So, yeah. If you guys would like to see me play a game, I'll try to do it. I'm going to try to do more collaborations with other people. And by collaborations, I mean play with my friends. Walker might actually be starting up a new YouTube channel, possibly. Either that or just continue his old one. I don't necessarily know what he's going to do. But though, yeah. I want to try to do more stuff for friends. Possibly even do airsoft where I can try to get a group of people to go. And we can just shoot other people. Basically like Battlefield 1, but in real life. And when I used to go most every weekend, I actually got a second gun and a riot shield. So if I go, I think I might have a head mount to my helmet. So what I really want to do is like upgrade or get a new helmet, one with like possibly like a two-piece headset almost, where I have like a wire mesh face guard, like lower face guard, and then like eye protection. Why? Because the current helmet I use is a combination, because it's something that you would definitely see on like paintball mask, very similar to that, or almost kind of the same. And so, yeah, that means that it's one piece. So if you're really putting out the heat and you're sweating and you're breathing heavily, it can just fog up your mask. And also, I got glasses. So not only do I have one smoke screen, I have two. Essentially, looking through soup. Or mud. Basically, just take mud and liquefy it even more and hold it up. Try to use that as goggles. You can't see. Essentially. So, in my old arena, I would try to, like, take off my mask, but I couldn't really do that because if someone wanted to break the rules and run behind your spawn, there wasn't really anyone there to stop you. There was only like two people and the two like refs in the entire arena. A tower ref, which mainly was just a DJ and kind of started and stopped time, kind of did that kind of stuff. I don't really know his full job. And then you got one guy on boots and a riot shield. So, got one guy roaming the field, mainly in the central area. Not really going to the corners, so one problem with that place is, if you get stuck, your team could easily be spawn camped. So, yeah. What should I try? This map does look very open, so I like that. Sniper. How about that, guys? Should I use some of this sniping action? Also, let me just make sure I am talking. Yes, I am. There we go. No one is watching. I would like it if people watch, but... Que sera, sera. Let the cards fall where they land. Kind of thing. Also, speaking of kind of that-ish, that reminds me of where a possible summer trip might be for my family. No, not Vegas, but Sedona, which is in Arizona. It's pretty close to Vegas. What? He killed me? How? I stabbed him first. What? I can't really be mad. Also, I'm going to spawn back here because I think this has a possibly high elevation. Excuse me for that yawn, sorry. Woke up early this morning. But yeah, Sedona. That would be fun. Last year, or last semester, fall break, I think it was, fall break, my father and sister and I, we went out to Zion, in Utah, and at first my dad thought that we wouldn't like it, but you know, he was actually wrong. We loved it. And so, I really hope that in Sedona, there is a close by rappelling place. Cause that was my favorite part of Zion. Cause what's better than you just essentially falling down? But guided falling. What's better than that? Nothing. See, one, not only does it take minimum effort on your part, all you're using is your body weight and laying back, trusting your rope, that when you try to sit back down into it, like, you're standing on the edge. Just let yourself go and let yourself backwards. It is one of the most nerve-wracking things ever. Is it awesome? Absolutely. Once you do it like 2 times and get used to it. See, what I tried to do is I tried to record it, and kind of like make a little montage, which I did successfully do. Except I left out the majority of the rappels. Like, I think I left out 3 rappels, and those were the center ones. So, yeah. And even some of the stressful ones I left out. I did do made sure I recorded the last one, which was, graduation, as it's called. So, yeah, that was fun. Wait, it's medic. But honestly, we should be doing support, because our service badge for support. Good job, gents. You got this place on lockdown. Keep it up. Keep doing the good work. Yeah, let's be support. Do we have to get tank kills? We do. That is with, yeah. Got mortar kills on humans, and 5 tank kills with the crossbow launcher. Let's scout out this area. No one there, so this ridge line. No one there. No one here, and final shot. Let's place it right here. Yeah, guys. My dad did mention that something that we could do is, like, we might actually stay longer than the rest of our family, which is something I don't necessarily want, because I don't really get to see my family that often. And though, yes, it may seem to them that I am basically just straight up deserting our family. Well, nuclear family, so my dad and my sister. And I guess that is kind of true. But one of the things that hold dear to me, almost, you could say, is my family. And especially with my cousins, I don't get to see that often. I would probably take any chance I could to do some. Like, just the other week, like last weekend, yeah, last weekend, my cousins on my mom's side actually came down to us and
Nous avons perdu
to like a few,
l'objectif Anatole.
like, we met for like breakfast
Pris l'objectif Céleste.
one day, and yes, I might have just pronounced that wrong. I can't say that word correctly and pronounce it correctly, so I don't care. I'll say it my way. So, pet peeve anyone? Okay, have fun. I won't say that word much, so. Breakfast?
Nous sommes en train
Supposed to pronounce it with K?
Eugène.
Really? Okay, I just had a mortar. Oh, behind the house, right? There we go. So yeah,
Nous avons pris l'objectif Anatole.
we just got to see them for like 2 or less. So, and what is they're doing camps of different sorts. Like, we don't get to see them much. Like, literally, before last weekend,
Objectif Anatole.
we haven't seen them, my mom's cousins, or my cousins on my side, since Christmas. And then, before Thanksgiving, the last time we saw them was like, I think it was either Christmas or my grandparents, my mom's grandparents, like, wedding anniversary. That was the last time. So we don't really see them that often. And do I want to see them a lot? Yes. Because before, they were really the only cousins I had. Before my dad's cousins were born, I didn't. They were the only cousins I had, and we were really close. We like go to the beach every year, same beach house, and always have fun. So, yeah. If you girls are watching, I miss you guys. And also, I'm stuck in this. Well, also, thank you. Ragdoll effects. Also, to my other cousins, I hope you girls had a great week at Disney. Yeah, they actually got to go to Disney, and I'm so jealous of them. My dad's cousin. So, if you test our DNA, or our maternal DNA, we would not be connected whatsoever.
Nous avons perdu l'objectif.
But the other cousins, my other cousins, we are, we have the same, actually, sorry, no, because they wouldn't, because it's not, mother that's connected to our family. It's their father that's connected to our family. So technically, no, I have no maternal genetic family. Except for people on my mom's line. I don't know if my second and third cousins are maternally linked with us or not. Yeah, I'm taking forensic science, so this unit is about like DNA evidence, or like biological evidence, I think it was. So yeah, fun. Wednesday, I did 2 things. One of them I didn't want to do, and the other thing I didn't want to do. The thing that I didn't want to do, I actually didn't do. So, we had squid dissections, and I am not someone for dissections. I just don't do well with them. So, yeah. So, I actually handled the squid dissection excellently. One, because the outside and the inside of the squid look similar. Like, it's not like you have a toad which is one color on the outside, but it's different on the inside, and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, the squid I handled great. It was when it came to forensic science. We had a blood typing lab, and for the life of me, I couldn't do it. I didn't do it. Like, I did everything that I was supposed to. Like, I got my finger warmed, blood flowing, cleaned my finger sterilized. Then it came down to the part. You had this, basically, if you know what an EpiPen is, basically it was a miniature EpiPen. If you don't know what an EpiPen is, then I'll explain. An EpiPen is, for people with allergies, especially, like, allergies that could kill them. Like, for me, it's tree nuts. If I eat them, my throat's, I think I start going into anaphylactic. It's not as severe, because I don't want to know what makes you have a severe reaction, but I have had reactions in the past. Nothing where I, like, start to notice a loss of breath. But like, there's been swelling in my throat, but that's been it. Not much more than that.
Hat jemand Munition bestellt?
So, basically what it is you have this pen. It's a hard exterior with not a spongy tip, but it's a plastic tip, and you have to pull the back of the pen out, which means it's loaded. The spring will actually work. And what you do is you jab it into your leg. Once the tip goes down, the needle will actually protrude from the tip, injecting you with the anti-anaphylactic stuff, or the medicine, or whatever it is that's inside. I don't know. So that's what it is. So this will be our last round, guys. Just got the warning that I need to go to bed, so last round. Let's just shoot this right here. Get out. Ah. But so, yeah. So basically, take the design of an EpiPen, or the function of it. Now just shrink it down to a very small, hard to hold thing. Okay, boom. You now have the thing that you use to jab yourself in the finger. So, just go ahead, look at your finger. So, you see how, like, your ring finger or your middle finger, do you see how small of an area you have? That? Yeah, now you have something that's equally small and kind of hard to hold that you have to jab yourself with. Yeah, let's just say, if I was willing to do that, I would be struggling for the life of me. Like, I don't know if I would have actually had, like, skill to do it. If I was, if I actually did it. But I couldn't do it. I think it's because I have a stronger fear of needles and blood. So, yeah. Let's just say I couldn't do it. I did do the squid dissection, which I hate dissections.
Hier ist Munition.
So, yeah. Ooh. Artillery check. Yes. Nope. It's like, yes. Why yes? Because I have to get to it. I need to kill it. Yes. What I should do is I should just equip the wrench. But I need to blow it up first. Boom. So yeah. I couldn't do the blood typing lab. I think the fear of needles is trypanophobia. Panophobia is the fear of everything. That I do not have. But I think when you add try in front of it, that makes it the fear of needles. I think. That's what I searched. I searched fear of needles, and I got like a little part of it, and in bold print, was trypanophobia. Thank you, medic.
Nous avons pris l'objectif céleste.
So yeah,
Nous avons perdu
I couldn't do it.
François.
I am kind of disappointed in myself because my sister was like, Penguin, you need to brave up and you need to do this blood typing lab. But yeah, I couldn't do it. Do I regret not doing it? No, not really. I don't regret not doing it. Is my sister disappointed in me? No. But so yeah.
Hier, Munition.
Oh. So, if I had the opportunity to do it again, would I do it again? Probably not. You know? Just to be honest, probably not. I'll probably try to do more. Like,
Nous avons pris l'objectif.
I was so close to doing it. Except that time was starting to tick down, and I was like, then I heard the options. My teacher said you can do it and get a 100 in a quiz category, which I think quizzes count as 30% of your grade, or you can not do it and there is no grade for it. Not you fail it and you get a 0. No, she just wouldn't put in a grade. There would be no blood typing lab. So if you did, your scores got increased. If you didn't do it, your scores didn't move. So,
Nous avons pris l'objectif céleste.
knowing that, I took the option to not do it. I still had like 5 minutes of class. Let's see, what I did was I even held it up to my finger and let it just sit there. And I started to get like weirded out by it. Even just talking before we did it and just talking about, okay, here's what you're going to do and seeing the pictures of it. I still felt sick to my stomach. Like, I could not sit down, like, ugh. I don't do good with, like, shots and blood draws and that kind of stuff. Blood draws is mainly anxiety and the lack of food. And that you have a needle stuck in your arm. What is it, 24 gauge needle stuck in your arm? Or is it just 22? I think 23 is a butterfly needle. And yes, there was a blood donation last Friday at our school that I highly considered. I was like, you know what? I might do it. It got all the way up in like the Wednesday when my sister and I were in the car coming home from school. I looked it up. So apparently there's a gauge. 12 gauge, I think it's 12, is the thickest needles. 24 gauge, I think, is the smallest needles. For blood labbing, for blood work done, they use 22, 23 gauge needles. For donations,
Hier, Munition für
they
dich.
use 16 gauge needles. Granted, depending on who's doing your blood and their experience level, if they do good, you can have minimal pain. If they don't do it good, you can expect pain to be tremendous, pretty much, and lots of bruising. So, no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit still for like the 15 minutes during the blood draw. I probably would have gotten sick during it, because that's actually what happens every single time I have blood work done, which isn't that often, but you know, it still happens occasionally. I think I'm actually supposed to have done blood work like last year sometime. that we didn't go back to because it's like getting something tested in my blood or something, and since I was like nervous, like my blood sugar or some kind of blood thing was spiked, like past regular standards, so they said, yeah, Penguin, you're gonna have to come back to do this. I think that's what they said. I don't quote me on that, but so far I haven't gone back. And here's what even happened. It was like at the children's healthcare place or something like that, some like child healthcare place. And so I don't know if I was using a butterfly nail. That I'm not sure, but I do remember like having like this gel or spray putting on my arm that made it colder to numb it. Almost. Still got sick. I think it's mainly just anxiety of it that makes me get sick. But still. Anytime I've done it, I don't do well.
Nous avons perdu l'objectif célestin.
This is nice stop, folks. Okay. I see that I have one person watching. How are you guys doing? I'm sorry I haven't been very active on this channel in like the past month.
Nous sommes à mi-chemin.
I've been sick with the flu for 2 weeks and got swamped in school. Is that an excuse? No. I'm not saying that because that's why I was out absent, but and like think that though that is an excuse. Due to me being sick, I didn't go to school, which then meant that I had to have more work done. I think that I have another person watching. How are you doing, guys? Unfortunately, you've come at the end of the live stream after this round ends, which it's halfway over, so you got a little bit left. I've already been told to wrap it up and go to bed, kind of stuff. So hopefully my dad doesn't come back out and push harder for me to do that.
Nous avons perdu l'objectif.
Is there a tank over here? Yes, there is. How are we? Okay. Load up.
Nous avons pris l'objectif Anatole.
Ah, that's in their spawn. Yeah, that's in their spawn. Okay. Then.
Nous avons pris l'objectif célestin.
Yeah, that's in their spawn. I can't get any closer. Can I? No.
Regagner la zone de combat. Regagner la zone de
Ich hab
combat.
Panzergesichter.
There they There they are. Come on, advance on me. Okay. This is how you want to play. Yes, 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 yes. No. Took away my tank. It gave me hope, now I have none. Wait. Uh-oh. This is not good, guys. There we go. It fixed itself. Okay, how did someone get up there? 2, what do you do with your life? And 3, why?
Nous avons perdu l'objectif Berthe.
Look, guys, mainly this live stream was just me playing this game kind of more or less in the background and kind of just telling you guys how I've been. So yeah. Let's just say I've been decent. I was bummed out today because I literally had a medal around my neck helping out my archery coach finish taking down the curtain that we used to protect the back wall, and then the other team's coach like was helping as well, and then I forget who said it first, but he was like, oh yeah, this one of them said like, I think this one person actually got more than my friend Walker. And Walker was in first place. I had another friend who was in second place, and then I was in third. By the way, my first time ever getting a medal. Like, I was ecstatic. I was smiling ear to ear. And so, then apparently Walker got moved down to second place. My other friend got moved down to third, which meant I was kicked off the podium. Well, there was no podium and we were almost done, but so yeah, I had it around my neck and I lost it. That was not like a coach said, hey Penguin, you need to give it to your friend. No, my friend gave it to his medal to Walker, and then I gave mine to him. So, but that just means that next year I'm going to try extra hard to place in a tournament, and my score should increase by 20 points again, hopefully. If it's a trend that, like last year my score was in 180, which max score is 300 in archery, at least school archery. And like Olympic archery, it's like 720 maybe, and that's also from further back and less, same amount of time I think. So yeah, so last year my score was in the 180s. This year it's in early 200s to 210. Next year, let's just hope it increases by 20 to 30. Because at our state tournament, the lowest score, medaling score, 6th place, was like 270. So, yeah, I need to improve by a lot. But you know what? It might just happen. I might even be like, for my birthday, getting myself a bow and arrow, like a membership to an archery range or gun range kind of place, possibly. I don't really know. That's kind of what I've heard. Possibly would happen. Cause see, I could do it at my house, but I don't think I have 15 meters in the basement where I would be shooting. I would barely even have 10. So yeah, today I did get really bummed out by losing the battle, but hey, that's just more inspiration for next year too. Place in a tournament. Cause see, placing in a tournament, and then that you just get a medal. It's with our archery, some teams don't even like do fun stuff like we do, like after our practices, like we play games, like an archery based game. Like one might be the name game where all the archers' names are on little pieces of paper tied to the taped to the target, and after 3 arrows to your name, you move to another target. Once you get shot 3 more times, you get taken off the board and you lose the game. And so it's kind of a battle royale. If you stay on the target, you don't have to shoot. If you're the only one on your target, you don't have to shoot again until the next round, where you will be moved up with everyone else. So like we do fun stuff like that when other teams don't. So like I think one tournament, people said that it was their favorite tournament because at the end, our home tournament, not the one that we just did today, but that we hosted a while back, they said it was their favorite because at the end they got to shoot arrows at balloons and pop them to move on to the next game. Another thing that we also do is that from getting high scores, like beating our personal best, placing in a tournament, winning a game, or beating the coach, you get a point. And what points are is you accumulate them over the year, over the season. At the banquet, the coach will have like some prizes, like a gift card, but you have to have X amount of points to get a gift card. You have to have lesser points, like maybe 1 to 2 points, to get like just like a chocolate bar kind of thing. So that's kind of what you do. So you do your best during the year to score as many points as possible so you can get like a gift card and higher amounts of points. And at the end of the year you cash them in and see what you got. And so yeah, if I would have medaled today, I would have placed in my first tournament and, you know, gotten extra points. It was the last tournament of the year, last chance to get points. So, you know, kind of a little bit bigger deal for this tournament. Plus we had home turf advantage and I was using every mental mind trick in the book. Yes, I know that mental and mind trick. Saying mind and mental, the same sentence is redundant. I don't care. I did that last year with mental mind games. I don't care. I like to do it. But so I used every like mind game in the book that I had. And by book I mean that I wrote myself. There's no physical copy, it's just in my head. So I did Luck of the Hare Floof, which is kind of more of a thing that's in our archery thing, where one of my best friends who actually got second place then demoted to third place, his hair kind of like spikes up in the front, kind of. It's just kind of like fluffed up, like a clump of hair in the front of his head. And so I decided to coin it Luck of the Floof. At the tournament that I first started that, I did really well. I actually tied my personal best and beat my highest tournament score. That you don't get anything from beating your highest tournament score. Or do you? I don't think Coach has that. But so I decided that was something I would keep on doing. Then I also like used Luck of the Hype and Luck of the Home Turf, stuff like that. Equates to nothing. Do I think it really helps you? No. Is it something that I do because it, I don't know how you really describe it, but I do that stuff even though I know it, like, luck doesn't really exist, really. And that I do good in archery because I do have some skill. Skill that can be fine-tuned, but still some skill. I just do that stuff for fun, almost. Kind of like psych myself out, almost. I don't really know. Looked like we got another medal. I don't know. So guys, that was unfortunately all the time that we have for this live stream. Hopefully we get a level up or get a box or something so that we can open up it. So guys, I hope to have live stream out next Wednesday. I probably won't. Why? Because school and get work ahead. That's something that I'm trying to do now. Like literally, Monday nights and nights like that, I actually stay up later working. Like Mondays and Wednesday nights, I stay up trying to do the next day's work, which is something that I've kind of adopted from my sister, because she works and she's done like by 4+ in the afternoon. One second, guys. So yeah, I'm trying to take after her and be efficient with my time, especially next year where the work gets even harder. So, you know, I'm trying to get ahead, and if I can get enough done and do what I need to do, then I can live stream Wednesday. I am showing. Is my mic on? Let's see. Test, test, test. Yes. Yes, it is on. So, yeah. It looks like this game has finally decided to quit us from the lobby. I really wish they really need to fix that, where quitting a game is way faster. Because it just takes too long. But so, yeah. If you don't see a live stream then, look for it like next Wednesday. Why? Because that is my Impact week, and during Impact week, you don't go to school. So essentially, you get 2 spring breaks. And depending on your trip, then it is literally 2 spring breaks. Like last year, my sister went on a trip that went to London. There was no service work at all. So, it was a vacation, and then spring break. So, yeah, fun. What I'm doing is essentially that, except you still have to go somewhere and you get to spend the night at your home. So Wednesday night I should have a live stream up, possibly. And so yeah, no. If I don't have one this Wednesday, I'll have one the next. Or you get what I mean. Like next week. Actually, tomorrow would be this week. So, you know, just keep an eye out. I'll try to be back as soon as possible, guys. And I'm glad to be back on YouTube. I'll try to get some pre-recorded content to go up in the week. Also, I have a pile of loot boxes, loot crates that I need to unbox and post to you guys. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Remember to like, share with your friends, get your friends to subscribe, you subscribe yourself, and like and watch this video over again, and go back to my other live streams and watch them over again. And I'll be back soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Remember, take it easy.